Hello, Prob Stats 1. I am Mrs. Wicker. I'll be your teacher this year. It's currently August 4th, and I'm 9 months pregnant. My baby is due in 3 days, so I will not be starting the school year with you. So at this moment, don't know who your sub will be. So that will be a surprise for all of us. So I'm going to walk you through how to get started and kind of let you know what the expectations are so that you can be successful while I'm gone most of this first quarter. My plan is to come back the first or second week of October, depending on when I get released from my doctor. So I'll either be back the last week of the first quarter or the start of the second quarter. So if we open up Microsoft Teams, you should all be part of Prob Stats 1 FBEL. And the General tab is the first thing that's going to pull up. So the most important thing here is the calendar. You're going to want to check the calendar often to make sure that you're staying on pace, and all due dates are in the calendar. Hopefully it loads faster for you than it does for me. Okay, so school starts on the 11th. FBEL meets on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Ed Puzzle videos are all due on Friday, so those are assigned weekly, due by Fridays. Worksheets are all due on test day, so I have them planned, days that you should work on them. You can also work ahead and kind of use your time wisely as long as you're working on statistics things in class. So we have 3 75-minute bells a week. You should be able to get a majority of your coursework done in class. If you're working for those 75 minutes or even 65 of those 75 minutes 3 times a week, you're going to get most of the work done in class. So all of Unit 1 is laid out for you. So Unit 1 covers chapters 1 through 3. The Unit 1 test, I believe, is here on the 16th. So that's, on the 16th, that's when the Delta will be due. The Khan Academy is due. That's when your test is. That's when worksheets will be checked. So you should be doing them throughout, but they won't be checked and put in as homework grades until the Unit 1 test. The other thing under General is you're already linked to our Ed Puzzle class. So you should be able to access the videos through Teams, or you can access them through the website. Either one is fine, but this should at least show you what videos are assigned and when they're due. Here we are. So the first video is the calculator video that you should have all watched this summer, though I'm going to make sure we all watch it, and then there's 6 or 7 questions embedded in this video for you to answer. So opens on the 11th, due the 12th. The remaining should all open on Monday, due Friday. So you can see what's coming up for Unit 1 and Unit 2 this first quarter. So that's under General. Check the calendar often, and you can link to the Edpuzzle videos through Teams or through the website. So course overview, here we have our syllabus. You should open that and read that, and the retake policy. Prob Stats is an honors course, so you have 1 week to retake any assessment, quiz, or test from when you get it back. So we will take assessments on Fridays. You should get it back the following Tuesday. So then you have a week from that Tuesday to retake it if you want to retake it. You need to get logged into Delta Math. We should all be familiar with Delta Math. Pearson, this is where your online book is. And then like homework problems from the book, I just assign online so that you're not doing them like on paper and they're quickly graded and you can redo them if you miss them. So make sure you get logged into Pearson. You will need an access code. It's like a 16-digit random letters and numbers. It's on a sheet of paper that the sub should give you. Now you're going to fill that out with your username and password and turn that back in once you're logged in. We turn that back in with the book sheets. So your books are in my classroom, under the window, in the back. They're green and they say Prob Stats. You're going to check one of those out. Sub should have the book sheet for you to check that out, but you also have access to the online book through Pearson. Edpuzzle you should all already have access to through Teams. And then Khan Academy, you need to access our class here through this class. So those are the logins that you need to get logged into the first week. If you have trouble logging in, the best person to ask is Mrs. Merck. You should be able to find her next door. Homework assignments. I know Mrs. Merck is free ABEL for semester, so if you need help, go in early. She's busy the rest of the day. So your homework assignments are in your class notebook or online. So read through this, and then down here at the bottom, I put what homework is worth, just so you kind of know if you miss something, how many points it's going to affect your grade. But as you should be familiar with, I think you guys are the class we started it with as freshmen, 90% of your grade is assessments, 10% is homework. So if you drop the ball on some homework, it really shouldn't affect your grade that much as long as you're doing majority of it. But if you don't do well on an assessment, it's going to affect your grade a lot more. So the goal with the homework and the practice and the notes is that I provided you more than you need to be successful in the assessments. So notes are 20 points per chapter based on completion. There's a space in your class notebook for you to take them, or if you take them in your own notebook, that's fine. But when you finish, either take a picture or scan them in and upload them to that document so that when the teacher goes to look at notes to put your grades in, they're all in the same place. Delta assignments are 50 points per unit based on accuracy. Edpuzzle videos are 10 points each based on accuracy. The Pearson online practice is 50 points per unit. That should really say 30 to 50 points per chapter would be more accurate there, especially for the first unit because I broke it up by chapters, but the second unit is all just the unit. So 30 to 50 based on the chapter. Practice work points each based on completion. The solutions are provided in your class notebook up in the content area. You should be checking your own solutions once completed. The reviews are 30 points each. In the con class, is 100 points per unit. So 100 points for unit 1, 100 points for unit 2, etc. And there's a link here to Plus Portals if you want to access it that way, or you might already have it bookmarked from previous years. Our class notebook, you should be able to access through the tab at the top that says class notebook, and then you should be able to open it in your desktop app. So you can work on it through here. Your working space is just smaller than if you actually open it in the app. So the first time you open it, I would go here, and as soon as this loads, we'll be able to open it in the desktop app. If you can hear her, that's my dog crying on the deck. She'll be fine. Okay, go to open in browser and then open in desktop app. Okay, here it has opened the content area. Go to agendas. One goes through August 11th to October 7th. Again, I'll be back either the 10th, just depending, but that's when I have to come back to school, so I'll be back the rest of the year after that. Check the seating chart. So I ran a random number generator to make it fair. Quarters 2, 3, and 4 will change seats again, and I will let you pick your seats, but again, it'll be based on a random number generator. So you need to find your name and number here, match it up with the seating chart. You should be able to figure that out. You're all smart girls. In the front of my room, there's a crate with green folders in it that are also numbered 1 through 30. So you can, if you have papers that you want to keep safe in a safe place, you can put them in there. That's your folder. All assessments will go in that folder and will stay in that folder all year. So your assessments need to stay in that folder all year. You can use it to store other papers and notes and things if you would like to, as long as you keep your own folder organized. So here I put up kind of the weekly agendas, not daily agendas, but then I also linked in the calendar kind of what you should be doing each day. So the first week, I know you have a short bell on the first day. I'm sure there's an assembly. You need to go through teams, which I just kind of walked through you with, and make sure you get logged into Delta, Pearson, Edpuzzle, and Khan. You need to check the solutions to your summer assignment, which are here in the Solutions tab. So summer assignment, zoom out, and the solutions are to the right. Clipped in for you. So check your answers there. Under Unit 1 and Unit 2, worksheet solutions are posted, and the unit review key is posted so that you can check your work once you're finished with worksheets. In yellow are due dates. So the notes are all due by quiz days. So chapters 1, 2, and 3 will take a quiz. You need to have the notes done by then. Edpuzzles are due by Friday. Practice worksheets will be checked on quiz day. And then chapter 1 Pearson's also due by quiz day. So the first 2 weeks, I kind of spread everything out so that you have time to adjust and get logged into everything, figure out how you're going to use your time wisely. You don't normally have 2 weeks per chapter. You normally have a week. So just know that by the time you get to week 4, you're going to be doing all of chapter 2 in that week. Week 5 is all of chapter 3. Week 6 is the assessment week. We'll get through 3 units in Prob Stats 1, and then we'll get through the other 3 in Prob Stats 2. So about every 6 weeks is when we'll take our unit tests. So I always schedule 1 catch-up day so that you can finish anything that you haven't gotten to, or you can get started on the review if you are ahead. So this will take you through the entire first quarter, weeks 1 through 9. In your Unit 1 folder, everything should already be distributed. You can check the ELOs, so Unit 1 variables. You'll learn a lot in Unit 1, but know that this is what you'll be assessed over. You'll be assessed over being able to identify and classify variables by their type, graph qualitative variables, find basic percentages, given a frequency table, graph quantitative variables appropriately, and then describe a distribution with its shape, center, and spread. So know that these are the most essential things, and these are what you will actually be assessed over. So on your quizzes and tests, you will absolutely see these 5 things. So Unit 1 vocab, this is my vocab that I would normally go through with you in class. When you take your notes, you just need to double check that you have this essential vocab within your own notes. So Chapter 1 notes, this is blank. Again, you're going to actually read through the statistics book. It's weird to read through a math book, but we're going to do it, right? There's no way to learn statistics without the language around it. So it's a good book. We're going to read through the book. Again, you can clip things from the online book. That's fine. You don't have to write everything out. If you prefer to take notes in a notebook, that's fine too. When you're finished, take a picture, scan it in, and upload it to this page. There's 2 worksheets for Chapter 1. Again, Chapter 2 notes. Chapter 2 classwork, you should do this together with a small group. I like groups of 3 or less, 4 at the most. Anything bigger than that is just a little chaotic. And I know that we have a full class of 30, so I'm fine if, and it's the end of the day, so it's probably going to be hot in there. As long as there's not a gym class, often I would, at the beginning of the year, take my classes into the gym where it's cool and you can sit and work. I don't know if there's a PE class that bell or not. Or you can just go to the hallway, just to kind of spread out and get away from each other so that you can work during our class time. Chapter 2 worksheets, Chapter 3 notes, Chapter 3 worksheets, and then review. So all of Unit 1 is already distributed to you. You will start Unit 2 before the end of the quarter, but we won't take the Unit 2 test until second quarter. I think you'll take the quiz. I do think you take the quiz right before the quarter ends, but it will go on second quarter so that you have time to retake it. I believe I have it scheduled that last Friday of quarter 1. You can double check the calendar for that since it's not loading for me. Okay, so everything should be distributed in your class notebook. As long as you get logged into everything online and keep up. The first unit is not a difficult unit. It's a lot of vocab. Should also be a lot of review. This is not a super difficult class. Help each other if you need help. Reach out if you have questions. I'll be checking my email at least once a week, but I don't know. You could email me on Monday and I could check it on Friday. So if it's some sort of emergency, please go see Mrs. Duncan or Mrs. Merck and they can get a hold of me. Other than that, have a good first quarter and I will see you near the end of it.